Hi, I'm trying something new this week after my audio mishap last week, so I'm going to try recording my voiceover as I record the clips instead of one voiceover at the end. I'm using a new microphone that I got for my phone, so we'll see how this sounds. But anyway, today is June 3rd, and I'm starting the vlog, obviously. And today, I made this roll for a whip chart. So tomorrow for Whip Wednesday, I'm going to roll a D10 because I have 10 projects here, and I will work on whatever I get for at least an hour, hopefully. Some of these are close to being done. Some of these are just barely started. Some of them I'm excited to work on. Some of them I do not want to work on at all, but this is a good way to get me to actually get stuff done so I can open my brain for new projects. This is just in my digital planner. And with all this extra space, I'm going to try to update in here, like post a picture of how much I got done that day. And yeah, that's what I did today. So this is for tomorrow. And for today, I'm going to work on this cardigan. I have one more row to do on the back of this panel, and then I have to attach a new yarn ball to the other side and get that one worked up to the same spot as this one. And then I can see if the back is the right width, and then I can start working on the front. I also need to work on my island in Fantasy Life today, so I'm going to work on that. It's taken me 3 days, I think. I deleted everything off my island, and I'm starting from scratch, and I'm having the same problem that I have in Minecraft where I think in squares. I always want to make this beautiful organic looking structure, and it always is squares. Symmetry, hard angles. So I'm going to try to be a little more creative and bust out of my comfort zone for this island. Hi, it's the next day. It's June 4th. I did my square for today, thanks to my dice, and I am editing right now, trying to keep up with all the clips. And I'm liking the voiceover so far. I think this mic sounds pretty good. Maybe I don't need to hold it so close to my mouth. I'm trying something new this vlog where I'm going to include the silent clips. I get anxious leaving silent clips because I'm like, I don't want people to get bored and scroll away because I'm not talking. But I'm quite quiet in real life, and comfortable silence is okay. So I hope the clips of no talking is fine. I'm just going to keep recording things as they happen. If I'm willing and able to do a voiceover for the clip, I will. And if not, I still hope you enjoy them. Hi, it's Saturday, June 7th. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. Our AC is not working, and it's very hot in here. But I had some plans to do some desk renovation over the weekend, and that did not happen. The weekend being Thursday and Friday because those are my husband's days off, but we just kind of hung out and played games because the AC was out and we didn't really want to do too much that would make us more hot than we already were. But we played some more Fantasy Life, and that's pretty much it. We just kind of hung out. Today, the AC is still not working, but I'm going to do some more Roll for Whip today and see what I can get done. I don't want to play the games too much because they make my computer run hot, so we're going to try to get as much done for crochet as possible. These are our options. I'm going to roll the D10 again. I have a feeling it's going to be something big, like the heart sweater, but let's see. We rolled an 8, and that is the capelet, which is actually not that bad. I think I just have to do another row or two, and then I have to see if I have any crystals to put on the end, and if I don't, I'll look on Amazon and see if I can find any, and then I guess I'll roll again. This should be a very short project. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. We got a stitch marker. I don't know what that's marking right now. Okay, here's the yarn. We have this much yarn left. That's not much. I'm gonna finish this up, like do it, whoa, ew. I'm gonna do as many rows as I can with this. I don't think I'll be able to get more than 1 or 2, and then I'll see about the crystals. Joke's on me, I have no idea what hook I use for this, so I'm going through all my old clips and footage and pictures to try to see if I took a picture of the project with the hook in it. I will update. Vlog section, we got them. It's a 5mm. Let's go. Every time I come back to an old project that I haven't worked on in a while, it's like that Gandalf meme. I have no memory of this place. Like, what do? I have to pull up the pattern and figure out how to start the next row. I'm actually gonna put these gloves back on. Not me having to look, oh my god, to look up a double crochet decrease to make sure I'm doing it right after not having done one in forever. Okay, I did it right. I remembered that I made a Word document about this pattern because the original pattern gives you like the math and the stitch counts, but it only goes up to a certain length and I wanted it much longer. So I just did the math and added a bunch more rows so I could make it as long as I want. And even now, I think it's still too short, but I will make do. Hopefully blocking it will make it longer. This was originally supposed to be for an event I was going to, a Dungeons and Dragons event, but obviously did not make it to that. I actually got most of it done before the event, but it wasn't quite ready, and then I misplaced my steamer, which I still have not found, so I'm gonna have to find that before I block this, and I have to add the crystals to the tips. Okay, let's see if that was 12. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Don't play with me. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I counted the decrease improperly. Also, I'm sorry this blanket that I keep in my lap and my desk is so ratty. Not very polished content creator of me, but it's my desk. Okay, no increase here. Well, it is an increase, but it's not a huge one. Anyway, with the room renovations I want to do, we also need to get new chairs because our chairs are kind of falling apart right now. And I'd love to make a lap blanket to match like the new room look, and also so you have something nicer to look at than this ratty old blanket when I'm doing these crochet clips in my lap. I also noticed that in the clip I used to find this hook size, I was using the heating pad, and I used that heating pad so much that I had discoloration on my stomach and thighs from it, but that's because I was having such bad symptoms from the endometriosis and PCOS, and since the surgery I haven't used it at all, so I guess that's good. It was interesting to see that, that's for sure. Hopefully the audio sounds okay with the fan going in the background. I guess I'll see when I go to edit this later. And if the audio sounds bad, I'll just do a little crochet montage and turn off the fan for the next thing that I film. I do have to pay attention and count for when I get to the decrease rows on the bottom points. So I will come back when I get to the end, or when I run out of yarn. We'll see which happens first. I got the tripod out. Let's try this angle. I'm not sure how much no talking footage I should include in these. I love me a long vlog to keep me company while I'm doing things, and I would love to be that for other people. I think with this new voiceover method, like recording the audio as I go, it could make for longer vlogs because sometimes I will start yapping, and I can get more talking footage in instead of just editing all the clips together and trying to talk over them, because I tend to edit the clips pretty short. But I would like to try to make more long form videos, and I would like to try to release them more than once a month or once every couple months. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction. I also wanted to say that I appreciate everyone that watches these videos. Thank you so much for being here, no matter what I'm doing. In the last vlog, I was talking about how I could feel the gears turning, switching away from like the Pokemon hyperfixation. And lately, it's been Fantasy Life, and I feel crochet creeping back into, which is awesome. I just need to pace myself so I don't hurt my hands like I did last time. I'm also still super into Dungeons and Dragons. I just haven't had the opportunity to play much lately, which is unfortunate. I've also been thinking about how I would love to get a P.O. box so I could potentially start making more of these crochet hooks to sell. I don't particularly want to run a shop, but I love making these, and the thought of somebody getting joy from using one, or like the benefits of the ergonomic hook, like being able to help someone craft in a more cute and comfy way, makes me so incredibly happy. But I would want the P.O. box for that. And also, I would like to list random things I make. Like I have a dice bag I'm making right now that I don't know what to do with. It's super pretty, but I don't need another dragon scale dice bag. So it would be fun to just be able to share that with y'all too. I would love to do giveaways also. Oh my god. Maybe I'll make that a goal for the next few months. I think for 6 months of a P.O. box is like 90 bucks or 120 bucks, something like that. I'll have to do my research. Let's see. How much longer? This row is pretty long. I still have quite a bit left. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get another row out of this. We'll see. There are a ton of projects that I want to work on also, like new ones that I want to start, but I really need to crack away at some of these. If I can finish this, at least enough to where I can put the crystals on, that's one I can take off the list. One of them I'm not looking forward to is the heart sweater. I still have quite a bit of work on that. I still have to finish the back panel, I have to make the sleeves, do the ribbing, sew it all together. That's going to be a big one. And a project that is not even on that list, or is it? I'm not sure actually, is the dice goblin that I'm making for one of our D&D friends. And I would like to get that done before the end of the month because that's when I'm seeing him again. So hopefully my hands and motivation get on the same page, and I can get a lot of stuff done this month. There's Wasabi. I think he's feeling a little warm today too. Hi, it's getting dark in here. We have this much yarn left, and from here to here left to go. I think we might have just enough. Definitely not enough to do another row, so I'll finish this off, weaving the end. It's getting a little scary. I think we're gonna make it. Did I miscount? I did not miscount, but I have one extra stitch, and you know what? That's not my problem. I'm going to finish it the way it is. Oh no, wait, I'm supposed to decrease here. It's not one extra stitch, it's actually perfect. Okay, let's see. How much do we have left? This much. Definitely not enough to do another row, so I'm gonna fasten off and weave in the ends. Okay, we finished the capelet with this much to spare. Pretty good, pretty good. I can't really show it. It's short, but it's wide. So the goal is to put crystals on all of these points throughout the capelet. I think that would look so good, but I have to find my steamer first so I can block it. But I'm going to consider this done, so I'm going to take it off the roll for width list, and we'll see what we get next time. I really wanted to do more crocheting today, but it's really hot, and lately within the last year or so, if I crochet too long, I start getting nauseous. I guess it's the looking down for so long, or looking down and then looking back up at whatever I'm watching at the time, so I'm starting to feel that now. This did take me quite a while, about an hour and a half between crocheting and fiddling with the tripod and weaving in the ends, but I'm going to go eat something, and then I'm going to work on my village in Fantasy Life for a little while until my computer makes the room too hot again. But I didn't mention this in the last video, but I made a TikTok for Desk Diaries. I have a TikTok that was in my channel name, but whenever I tried to post anything that wasn't D&D related, it just would not get pushed out. That's why I was questioning, should I make another YouTube channel too for when things change? But no, I'm gonna keep the YouTube channel for whatever I want, and I made a TikTok just for Desk Diaries so I can post pretty much the same stuff there but in smaller amounts. I've been making a lot of TikToks TikToks about Fantasy Life lately, and I've just been throwing them up on the shorts whenever I make them. I just don't push them to subscribers because I feel like only pushing out the important videos like Desk Diaries. Anyway, I'm gonna film that for TikTok, the decorating. I'm trying to post over there once or twice a day. I don't know how sustainable that is, but for right now, because I'm playing so much Fantasy Life and working on so much crochet, it's been pretty easy. I would really love to grow this YouTube channel and that TikTok account because I would love to have a little community of people to share things with. So I know I said this before, but I'll say it again. Thank you so much for being here, either here or on TikTok or on both. I really appreciate y'all. It's so nice to see comments. And whenever I get a single comment or a single like, it's like Christmas morning for me every time. So thank you guys so much. Hello, it's Sunday, June 8th, and I had my husband roll for whip for me this morning, and he got a 2, which was my hexagon cardigan, which is just this small. This is still the first side, so there's a lot to be done. I, again, could not remember the hook size I used for this, but I remembered I took a picture of it on my old Instagram, and I found out that it was this one. I think this is a 7.5. That picture is also from 2023. So this is quite old. A lot of my whips are quite old. That's why I'm hoping to get through some of them with this roll for whip. If I can work on one every day, at least for a little while, I'll be sure to get them done instead of just waffling around and thinking about doing them and not doing anything. Having the roll for whip has been awesome because I wouldn't have chosen to pick up pretty much any of these projects so far. And I finished that capelet yesterday because of it, so that's good. I noticed that with the fan on, the audio was a little bit fuzzy yesterday, so I'm going to do more montages today instead of talking because our AC is still out. And I know that sounds like first world problems because it's spring and not everybody has access to air conditioner, but I live in a tropical climate and it is hot. I also did not work on my village and Fantasy Life yesterday like I wanted to. Editing yesterday took way longer than I thought, but it's already up to like 14 minutes, I think, so this should be a nice, good, long vlog for y'all. I really hope you like this experimental style, because I really would like to put out longer content. And yeah, let me know how you like it, and I'm going to get to work on this. Hi, I said I was not going to talk, but here I am, about to yap. So last night we played Diablo 3 for the first time in a really long time. We thought when Diablo 4 came out that they stopped working on Diablo 3. Like, I'm almost positive I saw that somewhere, but I guess not. I was so shocked. I was like, was that a fever dream that I saw someone talking about a new Diablo 3 season? But it was not, and we booted her up. I've checked all my characters and I saw that like the character I play the most, which is my Demon Hunter, has 355 hours. Like, we really went hard in that game. And then I have other characters that have like 60 hours, 40 hours, 20 hours. So my husband and I played the heck out of that game. That is not a traditional cozy game, but it is definitely a cozy game for me. And we found somebody to power level us in the new season, and that person was so cool. We were having a good laugh the whole time, and with power leveling you can't help because you're getting carried, so I got to crochet. I put my lights on to match the vibe of the game. It was just so comfy and relaxing. I was checking out these stitches. It doesn't look like I chained at all between these granny stitches, so I'm gonna keep that up and see how it comes out. It's feeling pretty stiff right now, but oh, these colors make me so happy. This is unbelievable. I don't know how big I want to make this. I'm not a cropped cardigan person, but I also don't want the sleeves to be too big. I had that problem with the other cardigan, the other hexagon cardigan that I made. I like things to fit loosely, but when I put the ribbing on the sleeves, it just made this humongous balloon, and I'm not about that life. For me anyway. Also yesterday, I was talking about making more crochet hooks potentially, and I made the one that I'm using now, and I freaking love this one. It's so pretty. The clay that I used has all this mylar in it, so it's so glittery. It did crack a little bit in the oven, but you can't feel it with all the glaze I put on top. I do not use resin in these hooks, so they still come out so shiny. I gave them little eyelashes, and I made those little glass eyes. Well, obviously I didn't make the glass, but I just put some shiny ribbon behind 2 flat back glass beads. The making of the hooks kind of stresses me out a little bit. Like, I know I chained here. Who am I? Anyway, the making of the hooks kind of stresses me out a little bit. Like, it's a lot on my hands to sculpt the clay, and I try to make them as like perfect as possible, and they still be coming out kind of lumpy. And then since I don't use resin, I use something called Varathane. I have to do several coats of it, and sometimes, even though it feels like a rock hard candy coating, they still manage to chip, especially because I shape my nails into like sharp claws. They can chip at like points where my thumb touches them a lot. I wouldn't want someone who would buy the hook to have that same problem, so I don't know. Okay, I think that's actually enough yapping. I'm going to go back to working on this in silence, and I'll put a little bit of montage of how far I get. I'm going to try to go for an hour. What time is it? 4:11. So let's see how much I can get done in the next hour. It's over an hour later. It's 5:51 right now. I took a break first because Wasabi knocked down my wireless headphones and they went everywhere. And then I noticed there was a bunch of cardboard scrap under his scratching post. So I decided it was time to sweep. So I swept. The Dramamine helped a lot. I was able to get through one round of the black and one round of the variegated, and it's looking so good. I haven't worked on this project again since 2023, so it was really nice to work on this again. And it's so pretty. It's starting to flare. I don't know if yeah, you could tell. It's starting to flare. I don't know what I'm going to do about that or how I can fix it or if it even needs to be fixed. I guess we'll find out the more rows I get in on it. But I'm going to put this down for now, have something to eat, and then finally start decorating my village in Fantasy Life. And then later, if we play Diablo and happen to get carried some more, I'll pick this back up and work on it in between greater rifts. Hi, it is the next day, and I am back to do Roll for Whip again. I'm hoping to get something easy, like maybe the Hexagon cardigan, finish up the Yoshi Amigurumi, or Granny Square. So let's see what the dice have in store for us today. Yay, Halloween cardigan. That's not too bad. I'll try to get my hour done on this today. And then if I have the time and if I'm feeling up to it, I want to try to knock out some of the heart sweater because that's the one that I'm dreading the most on this list. And I want to see how much of it I can get done as fast as possible. I finished the first panel of this. Well, I finished the back piece of the first panel and I'm working on the second side that needs a couple more rows in the back panel, but I ran out of yarn. So I'm going to ball this up and then we'll get to work. Hello, it is 4:13 right now, so let's see if I can do at least an hour of this for today. Excuse all these marks on my hands. Wasabi, I had to trim Wasabi's nails today, and he was not happy about that, so these are my battle scars. I'll do a little bit of chatting before I just go back to silently working on this. Oh wait, before I chat, here's the knot from tying the two skeins together. I don't like leaving it in a chain. Let's see what I can do here. If I can, I like to put the knot in the middle of a double crochet stitch. I feel like it's extra secure that way than if it's just like floating in a chain right here. Also, sorry about my thumb. Does that look crazy? Let's do a couple more. I put the ends from the knot into the stitch also. I don't usually do that, but I'm feeling dangerous today. Let's see how that looks. We'll do two more. I mean, is this the outside? Yes. I mean, it's this one. I mean, that's fine. And here are the little ends peeking out. I can always trim those if they start poking out too much or whatever. I'm leaving it. So after I finished filming yesterday, I was so excited to finally work on my Fantasy Life Island again. I've been saying that for days now. But somebody on TikTok asked to see what some of the late game housing items look like, so I filmed that, and that took a while to film and edit for some reason. Like when I was finished with the footage, it was 15 minutes long, and I was like, how? There's 6 houses, not even like 5 houses to show, but I was happy to do it. So I did that, and by that time, the room was getting so hot. I guess it's a good segue into air conditioner update. Our landlord said he does not, like he fell out with his AC guy And he also does not trust the AC guy that the apartment building uses. So he's like, if y'all can hold out for a couple days with no AC while I find somebody else. I mean, what are we going to do? We have to, right? We're renting. We can't just hire someone ourselves, I don't think. So as long as I'm not playing games that make my computer hot, it's pretty tolerable. But last night, my husband and I, after he got home, we were playing Diablo 3 again. And that doesn't make the computer run as hot as Fantasy Life does, but it still gets a little warm. And then both of our computers were playing it. So by the time we were getting ready to go to bed, which was at like an embarrassingly late 4 o'clock in the morning, because he works at night anyway, it was 84 degrees in here. And I was so hot. I was like, why is it 84 degrees at 4 in the morning? But now, in the daytime, temperature in here says it is 82. So somehow cooler than it was last night because the computers are off. Not off, but not playing games. Making sure I got this right. Now that I'm looking at this again, I hate it. So I'm gonna frog it back a little bit and try to find a better solution because the end here is actually this. So I feel like it'll come out super easy. Maybe I should just cut these. That makes, look at, what? These knots make me so nervous. Let me see what I can do here. What if I leave the ends out? I don't think that will work actually. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, so I'll just weave these in the back because the knot, I got very lucky and the knot ended up inside the stitch, which is exactly where I like them to be. So yeah, it's hot. I'm sorry I keep talking about the air conditioner too. I feel like that's such like first world problems. So many people don't even have air conditioning to begin with. I'm lucky enough to have a ceiling fan and then like another fan blowing directly on me. So I am very grateful to have that at least. Oh, I think it's Dramamine time. I have this little neck tripod, which is how I'm filming this. So like watching myself crochet through the viewfinder does not help with this random like motion sickness or whatever nausea that I get from crocheting. I'm gonna eat this without recording sounds so you don't get weird mouth sounds, and I will check in after. But one more thing about the heat, and then I'm done talking about this until we get another air conditioner update. The heat just bothers me because I feel like I have like heat intolerance or something. I start to feel sick if I get too hot, which is hilarious because I live in a tropical climate. So yeah, I just like start really not feeling good when I get too hot. But I have cold water, I have my fans, and I'm going to try to stay positive about it, despite all my complaining in these videos. Hi, the Dramamine helped, but not as much as usual. Call this a little bit early for now. It is 5:04. I got about a round and a half done, I would say. I did some yapping about the AC issues. I feel like I'm being a crybaby. Hi, it's 9 p.m. on June 10th. I'm just getting around to doing my roll for whip, so let's see what we get. Yes, we got the dice goblin. Looks like I dented my table with my yarn winder yesterday, so that's fun. I'm starting quite late today because I really wanted to get my island decorating done in Fantasy Life, and I finally did. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would because I was being quite indecisive with the decorating, but we got it done. I did edit the TikTok also and posted it. That took like an hour and a half. What even is editing, and why does it take so long? My pattern for today, or my whip for today, was Dice Goblin, and this doesn't look like much, but this is going to be his little butt. It's going to sit like this, so I have a couple more rows to work up, and then I changed to his body color. That's why it doesn't look like much right now. I think I want to get some glass beads and like those little stockings you get to try on shoes, so I can give him like a Beanie Baby interior. I think that would be really nice, at least in his butt and his limbs. But I'm going to try not to yap too much tonight because I figured out why I had audio issues with the last vlog, and it's because my computer cannot handle Adobe Premiere Pro. I thought my computer was pretty good, but now that I've thought about it, it's actually 7 years old. I posted a TikTok last night in my frustration because every like 5 minutes of editing, my memory usage would shoot up to like 95 to like 98%, and it was turning off my second monitor. I couldn't have anything open but the program. It was crazy. But that makes sense why I was having crashes before. When it's a short video, it doesn't happen as much, but the vlog now is like 20 something minutes long and she is struggling, which is unfortunate because I have actually been enjoying making this like longer vlog, and I would like to keep making longer vlogs, but my computer obviously cannot handle it. So I think for the foreseeable future, I'm going to go back to how it was before with just like pretty quick clips with a voiceover. I'll try to record the voiceover on my phone because I feel like this mic sounds way better. And I'm going to start a savings fund for a new computer because I really enjoy making these videos, and I would like to keep doing it without it stressing me out so much with all the memory usage and not being able to edit. I got an AC update today. Our landlord finally got back to us. We have somebody coming to look at the AC tomorrow at 10 a.m. So the AC saga hopefully coming to a close. I really hope he can fix it and that it's an easy fix and I can go back to being comfortable, because that, again, I feel like such a crybaby, but it's really been affecting me these last couple days. I'm sure like filming the decorating video and editing the TikTok wouldn't, and all this crocheting wouldn't have been as stressful on me if I wasn't like sitting in an 85-degree house and feeling nauseous and stuff. I'm really glad I got this pattern today because of that. I don't think I could handle working on any of the bigger projects today, but this is good. I want to get this done. Like I said in the previous clip, by the 20th, I think that's when I'm gonna see my friend again. So now with the AC coming back on, I should be able to lock in and get this done. I know this video is quite different than the previous ones. It's pretty much just a chatty crochet vlog. I've just been crocheting, playing games, and trying to survive this heat and just survive in general. I'm not sure what the next vlog will be, but I guess that's the beauty of the desk diaries. It's pretty much whatever I get myself up to. But it's been really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for the past week. Hopefully I can maybe do another weekly vlog. That would be crazy. And also, I would quite enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how this style of video is. Take care, do something nice for yourself, and I hope to see you next time.